A rigid, static defense simply shatters under pressure. Basic compliance checklists alone cannot stop a live, constantly adapting adversary. The Department of Defense requires strict adherence to Security Technical Implementation Guides, or STIGs. STIGs are mandatory hardening checklists that define how to secure systems connected to DoD networks. But relying on static checklists leaves an enterprise vulnerable to live adversaries. Symantec Endpoint Security and Web Isolation solve this vulnerability by translating these stringent requirements into active, automated defense layers. True security occurs when static rules are transformed into a living, actively enforced architecture. The first layer of this architecture is Attack Surface Reduction, or ASR. ASR preemptively eliminates vulnerabilities before an attack sequence can even begin. Enforcing application and device control blocks unauthorized software and risky peripherals. This severs attack vectors, satisfying STIG least privilege mandates. Network integrity and Wi-Fi reputation ensure inbound connections from compromised infrastructure are repelled. When a device connects to an untrusted network, the smart VPN dynamically engages with network integrity to automatically encrypt data in transit. This layered approach systematically dismantles the pathways adversaries rely on to enter the network. If a sophisticated threat manages to bypass the perimeter, the focus shifts to interior breach prevention. Symantec deploys deception technology, scattering fake files, network shares, and credentials across the environment. This immediately exposes intruders and halts their lateral movement. Active Directory defense uses unlimited obfuscation to hide real assets. When attackers attempt to steal domain admin credentials or interact with fake assets, they instantly flag their own presence. This Symantec Endpoint Security dashboard highlights the recent security events timeline and device security status ring. This telemetry powers behavioral forensics, mapping recorded behaviors against the MITRE ATT-K framework. This gives incident responders the high-fidelity data required to satisfy STIG mandates. These interior defenses turn the network into a trap, transforming passive logging into proactive threat hunting. To secure outbound user activity, Symantec Web Isolation enforces the STIG requirements for system and information integrity. This diagram illustrates Web Isolation's hard division between the recipient and the isolation platform. This air gap executes sessions completely off the endpoint. It blocks command and control servers from communicating with compromised devices and intercepts unauthorized actions like SQL injections during signature validation. Administrators can further enforce STIG access control rules by applying strict information flow policies that restrict user gestures, such as copy and paste functions or file downloads. While STIG guidelines define necessary hardening rules, Symantec provides the functional defense mechanism to achieve them. This transforms a policy document into a resilient operational infrastructure. To implement these systems and operationalize your compliance framework, contact WatchPost Security today.